everyone, welcome to the presentation of my new project number 2. This application is currently live and accessible at render.com. As required, all sensitive information such database connection string and API keys has been stored at render.com and is not present on my GitHub repository. Let's take a look at the database structure in MongoDB Compass. I had implemented two required collections, one called Box and the other called Movies. As you can see, the collection Movie has over 7 fields: title, years, director, writers, release, running time, budget, and rating. To fulfill the criteria grading, this confirms the requirement of two collections with one having last 7 fields. Let's test the API using Swagger UI to demonstrate the full CRUD functionality for bot collection, starting with the movie collection. I will execute a post request to the movie endpoint with a new contact with a new movie payload. I received the response. You don't have access to create a new post. Let's log in the API. I can retrieve all movies with a GET request to the movie endpoint. Or retrieve a specific movie with its ID. For example, copy and retrieve by ID. This is the full movie information. I will execute a request to the post movie. Now with the full data information, when execute, the response is OK. Now I will update a movie we just create. I want to copy the ID from MongoDB and put the ID to update the information. Finally, I will remove this record with delete request. Copy the same ID and then movie. The response is OK, the movie was deleted. This demonstrates that bots collection are fully support get, post, put and delete requests, and the proper HTTP status codes are returned, and updates are correctly reflected in database. I will demonstrate how the second collection is working. For example, this collection have one book, Game of Thrones. I want to add a new book. For example, this book is one example book with incomplete information. I want to execute. I receive an ID response. I want to get the full information about this book. Well, some information, it's MP, author blank, gender blank, publisher blank. Okay, I want to update that information. I put this full information. I got initial, Historical fiction. This is a book my wife really loved. With the same ID I received from database, with blank information, I went to execute. The response is okay. I went to execute again. We have two books in the collection. Now I will to delete this new book. The book was deleted. Let's test data validation error handling. I will intend to post a new movie, but this time I will intentionally omit the required director and writer. And then try to execute. I receive a validation error. Respond the director field is required. The writer's field is required. As you can see, the request is rejected and the API returns a bad response. Bad request status code clearly indicates the missing data requirement.
All my routes are warped in try-catch block to ensure robust error handling. If unexpected server errors occur, the API will catch it and return an abbreviated 500 internal server error status code to the client. I can protect multiple routes, specifically the put and delete endpoints for the movie and book selection. These are required authentication like you see at the beginning of the video. That concludes the demonstration of my CRUD API project. I have successfully shown all CRUD operations get, post, put, delete, and onto collections, robust data validation, and error handling using dry catch, secure out authentication, protecting the required routes, and a fully deployed application with two collections with 7 field database-based structure. I think it's all. Thanks for watching.